but what's kind of been like, working fully with that linebacker group? What have you seen so far from them?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's been something I did quite a while ago. It's probably been 7-8 years since I've done it, but enjoyed it. It's a great group, and we got a lot of leadership there naturally with Jet and Buki and then Tyrus, who played a lot of snaps for us, so that helps. But I've really enjoyed seeing those young guys and working with those guys as well.
Along those lines, we've seen John Lewis play some Mike, line up at some Sam. Just trying to get him to move around and see where he fits? Or
Yeah, he's only playing Sam. It's just we move that guy
around.
kind of where sometimes he's the interior piece of the structure. And so what you're saying, he is Sam. It's just, no, really with John, we want him to focus on one job and do it at the best of his ability and let his natural talent show.
Talk about that young talent you got with him and Ty. Obviously, Ty got his feet wet last year. How much? And you got Nick Mitchell and Tamar Rogers in that group, too. Just talk about those guys.
Right, yeah, John, like I said, very talented, does a great job, plays fast. When he's not hesitant, he's hard to handle. Nick Mitchell's done a nice job. He's had a good camp so far. Really, he understands football well. You can move him around. He understands technique, scheme. He picks it up well. And then, a guy like Ty, obviously, he's about as smart as they come for a freshman. And so I've been pleased with just his progress from fall to now spring. And tomorrow, he's a work in progress, learning, but doing a good job for us.
It looks like Deshaun Page is having a good camp, too. What have you seen from him?
I'd say Deshaun Page had a really good camp. I've been very pleased with Deshaun. He's a smart kid. We moved him, bounced around Mike and Will, trying to dual train him a little bit. But he plays fast, he's violent, and he can add an element to our defense. There's no doubt about it.
The D-line has talked a lot about the emphasis on pass rush. How much has that been a focus for you guys this spring so far?
I mean, I think it's always a focus because what you face every day with our offense, right? So you obviously get it naturally with all the team reps and their drop back pass, but you've got to find balance there because when we get into conference play, you just get into play normal. We're not going to see that many throws compared to what we see every single day here. So to me as a coach, it's a balancing act and an individual to try to get all the different fundamentals covered.
How is it for you to be a position coach, and I know the spring's all about learning and doing different things, but what's it like for you to have guys like Jed and Buki and all that experience back to where you don't have to start from ground zero? You can just hit the ground running with a lot of those guys.
I think you're exactly right. You don't have to start from ground zero, right? They know how to make set the defense. They know the basic terminology. They know the basic fundamentals. So I think hopefully you can take further steps with them. The hard part is you got to make sure you're coaching tailors to the younger guys as well, so that you don't go over their head with some of the things that you're asking them. Maybe that older group that you don't want to put on the plate of the young guys yet. So, but no, it's a huge advantage. There's no doubt about it.
Speaking of younger guys, when you look at your signees, what do you do to maybe communicate with them and have them ready to get here? How do you prepare them maybe mentally for summer camp?
To be honest with you, to me that comes in June when they get here, because I think it's hard without being there sitting on film. You can sit there on Zoom if you wanted to. We experienced that enough 2 years ago. I'd rather them just focus on being a high school student, finish out. I do want them, working out, doing the things that they should be doing if they're not doing track or baseball. But then once they get here, we have plenty of time in June. I can spend a lot of time with them, working through walkthroughs and different things like that, within the context of the So that's kind of my approach.
How does your workload maybe change a little bit now, shifting more to keeping up with all three of those backer positions?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it shifts more to defense, but that's been the fun part of it for me. Really, day to day, it's not a whole lot different. I think the difference could be in game day, just the fact that you're not having to switch over from one side to the other and all that. So to me, there's always work to be done in our profession, but it just focuses on